Hello, everyone. This is Aaron from Deep Dive Discography talking to Kelly Carpenter, the vocalist from Civil War. How are you doing today, sir?
Doing great.
It's good to hear. Good to hear. You got a new album coming out about 3 weeks away now. Invaders. Can you tell us a bit about it?
Yeah, basically the album is about kind of basically what the title says. It's about the way people get in boats and travel to other people, to where other people live and try to oppress and take everything they have. So it's kind of about that. So, and it's also about the human spirit and how those people stood up and against their oppressors and fought back for their homeland and the people that they love, to protect the people that they love and their way of life. So in a roundabout way, that's what the album's about.
And of course, I mean, the band's called Civil War. Do you feel like that limited you a little bit on what you can touch on or what people would expect going into the band?
I think it might limit what people might expect. Before I got into the band, I was not really into historical things, but as I got into it, I realized that it's a human story. So I tried to do what I could to make it more personal lyrically, and so it kind of expands from there. And we also did some things from books like Slaughterhouse-Five, like Kurt Vonnegut novella about post-traumatic stress disorder, and also Heart of Darkness. We did that about the Joseph Conrad book about basically the Congolese people being oppressed by the British. And then there's a few really bright spots in there, like Battle of Life. It's more of a metaphor for life. And so I think it's fairly balanced. As a band, I think we just do what we find interesting, and we make the music that we'd like to hear. So it's all up to other people to give us a chance, and it's not always going to be about the Civil War. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, even looking at the album cover, it's more focused around the English and the Vikings by the looks of it.
And also the Native Americans. And it was really important for me to get that in there because I'm a big admirer of their culture and their poetic way of seeing life, and to talk about their struggle. And yeah, it's definitely not about the Civil War. We have one tune on there called Andersonville, which is about the Confederate prisoner of war camp that they had there in Sumner, and about the horrible conditions there. And when I got into researching that song, I found letters from these Union soldiers writing back to home to their wives, and they spoke so eloquently, and they had so much dignity and strength and bravery that was really touching. But yeah, it's definitely not going to always be about war, and it's also not always going to be about the Civil War.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. This is your first album with the band, is that correct?
Absolutely, yeah.
What was the biggest challenge in coming into a band that's already had three full releases?
Well, it's always the challenge is really on the part of the fans, basically, if they accept you or they don't. I'm kind of used to it by now. So my first album that I ever had a release on was replacing Jorn Land. So Jorn Land in a band called Beyond Twilight, and that was fairly well received. But I've been in Firewind and too, so when you come in and replace somebody that, the fans love, then, you have to just put your head down and do the work and try to do the best job you can. So I guess that's probably the challenge there. It's just really whether they'll accept you and just doing the best job you can to win them over.
And did you find that your voice needed to change the way that the music was written a little bit?
Not at all. No, it was just very organic. The writing process was very organic. Petrus and Daniel Meir and myself, we wrote all the stuff together, and we did it in a kind of a normal, kind of organic way. Somebody would come up with a riff or an idea or a little bit of a melody, and we just kind of put all those parts together and throw our ideas out there and see what sticks on the wall, and went from there. Yeah, I have no I wouldn't be in a situation to where I felt like I would have to emulate or imitate anyone else. That's not for me.
That's good, because obviously you hear so much about all these other bands who bring in people and then they don't have a say until maybe 2-3 albums down the line. And especially as a vocalist, that'd be a lot harder to do.
Yeah, I was given full freedom. I wrote most of the lyrics and a lot of the melodies, and even threw in a couple of little musical ideas, which was really refreshing. Everybody in the band is very, very open and very laid back and cool, and the writing process was really enjoyable.
And on the note of kind of coming in as a new voice, this album actually sees a re-recording of Custer's Last Stand. What were some of the challenges in taking on an older song?
I wouldn't call it challenging. I think that the guys wanted to do that song because they felt like not enough people had heard that one and they really liked it. We'd done it a few times live, and and they just wanted to do that again. And so I just said, okay, cool. Let's do it as a bonus track. It kind of fits with the Native American theme running through the album, so it kind of made perfect sense to me.
So what's the next step for you guys? Are you going to be out on tour, just hitting festivals?
Yeah, we have one big festival coming up in July, Masters of Rock in Czech Republic, which we're really looking forward to that. And I think we'll probably have some touring and some other fest dates coming up pretty soon. Nothing I can talk about yet.
little hush hush.
Yeah, and and we're also waiting for things to open up a little bit more too. So
of course. So with there still being about 3 weeks left, so far you have 2 singles out. You have the title track "Invaders" and "Battle of Life." Are there going to be is there going to be another single before the full album releases?
Yeah, we may have another one in store for everybody before it gets released.
Perfect. And then obviously the goal will be to tour. What are some of your songs that you're really looking forward to playing live?
Well, from being in a band for quite a while now, I'm looking forward to. I hope we get to do Battle of Life. I'm not sure what our list is going to be yet, but I think we're going to have several new tracks out, that we play live. Really looking forward to that because it's my stuff with them, so that'll be really refreshing and vitalizing.
Yeah, especially after 5 years of going through stuff that obviously was before your time.
Yeah.
Perfect. And last but not least, do you have any final notes you'd like to leave for the fans listening in?
Just I know it's been a very hard couple of years. Just hang in there, and thank you in the meantime for keeping this music alive and supporting it. And we hope to see you out there sometime soon.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Kelly, for your time. It's been great talking to you. And for anyone listening, Civil War's new album, Invaders, comes out the 17th of June.
Right on.
Great. Thank you.
All right, man.